Hello, all the Barons Game Room. I'm Aaron as always, and it's been a few weeks, guys. Sorry about that. We've been really busy with TokenCon stuff and baby stuff and all that. And actually, today I'm going to be busy with some fur baby stuff. I've got a vet appointment for my cat coming up here in like 30 minutes or something like that. So, no normal video this week. I just want to talk about TokenCon because normally I do that, but normally I do it directly after, not a whole week later. But anyway, yeah, I just want to talk about TokenCon. That's where we were at, not last weekend, but the weekend before that. And it was a ton of fun as always, guys. If you haven't heard about it, TokenCon is Oklahoma's biggest and best board game focused convention. And we've been going to them, I think, every year since the beginning. I think 2018 was their first year. Although first year we went, we were just attendees with our old Super Combo Fighters game. We'd had that one and tried to take that out to like play testing there and everything. But we met a lot of cool people there, and there who got us into being a part of the whole Oklahoma, tabletop game designers group that we're a part of now, that we kind of help lead with Dave and Liz and that. But now, we attend every year as a vendor every year now. We've been attending since the second year and all that. And it's been another great year, all right? It's been so super cool to watch this thing grow, from what it was, 2010 when we first showed to what it's become. It's so funny that it's kind of constantly in a growing pain sort of state, but it's just because we barely have time to get used to however we're doing the convention, because it's growing so fast that we keep having to like go to new places every year. Like we were only at the first location for a couple of years, and then we went to a new location for a couple of years, and now we're at this new location for 2 years now. But even that, we had to change where we were doing it, because last year they only rented out the top floor, but there were so many people that just invaded the bottom floor and basically took it over that thankfully the hotel manager was like, hey, it's okay, I'm not going to charge y'all for it or anything, but like because of all this, next year you guys got to rent out the top and bottom. So they had to rent out top and bottom this year, which it's just been super awesome to watch it grow and everything. It's a super cool thing. Mike, Paul, if you guys happen to see this, you guys are doing something right. All right, it's easily one of our favorite conventions to go to every year. And hey, big news for us, anyone who's here just to hear about Barron's Game Room stuff, it was our first year making a profit. That's super exciting. Last year was our first year really making any kind of money, and last year we made about enough to cover our booth fees and all that. But this year, even with booth fees and even with our hotel room for the weekend, because we could drive from home up there every day. It's about a 45-minute to an hour drive, depending on traffic. But we did that a couple years ago, and it's a lot. It's just kind of a lot to, spend your day there, then maybe get dinner or hang out with some friends for a little while and everything, and then have to drive an hour back home before waking up early and driving an hour up there again. It's a lot. It's just easier for us to get a hotel get a room at the hotel that's at and everything. And yeah, even with that, we made money. So that was super awesome. But hey, this was our first time having Mini Meeple Melee out with us. We finally got that one in a while back. And hey, by the way, if you're a backer who's like, hey, I haven't gotten mine yet, you should probably check your emails, because we do have quite a few orders that have not been fully finalized. Not on our end. We've got it ready to go. We just need some backers to, finish their details, their shipping and all that. But hey, yeah, so we had that with us, and we sold a good few copies of that, like full sets. Although I think our big seller this year was once again Rondel. I think Rondel was one we sold the most of last year, and I think it's the one we sold the most of this year too. So I'm really happy with that. I'm very proud of Rondel. If you guys don't happen to know what that one is, you can go to the page and look at. We have videos for it. I think we have videos on both TikTok and YouTube. It's a abstract strategy game that is Moncala-like, using a Moncala mechanic, but you're moving around stacks of poker chips trying to get 4 stacks in a row of your color on top, or just covering up your opponent. But anyway, super great time. We got to see a lot of cool friends there. A lot of people, not just from the local Oklahoma game designer scene, but a lot of people out of state too. Some guys we've been seeing, I think, again, since pretty much the first TokenCon, is Blue Gear Games. We see those guys every year. They're always really cool to talk to. They always have some great games they're working on. They brought some other friend up with them from their area. They're from down in, I want to say Dallas, Texas. I could be wrong on the exact city, but they're from down in Texas. And there's more people coming from Texas as well. Dragon Phoenix Games are some people that come up to a lot of these events. We got to see them. I'm personally really excited about an upcoming game they've got coming out called Vesta, which is like a Mahjong style game. They have these Mahjong tiles stacked up, but you're like in space, like mining. It's a space mining on these Mahjong tiles. It looks really neat. I'm really excited for that one coming out. Some more people that we just met came up from Texas. I think it was CR Games. Guys, I'm so sorry if I got it wrong. I believe it's CR because their first game they released is Caveman Rumble. Our friend Ian went and helped us out at our booth all weekend, and he bought this, and we kind of tried it out last night. Fun little game. Very in line with like Unstable Unicorns kind of games and stuff like that. They were really cool. They were right across the booth from us. Oh, I'm trying to think of who else we saw. Oh, Dryer Games, who came down from, all the way up northwest over there. They're from over in Oregon. So long drive for them, or flight, really. But hey, it's always cool to get to see those guys. I'm really excited to get their Bubble Net game in. We backed that on Kickstarter and cannot wait for that to come in. Even our local people, Absurdist Productions, was there, and we got to see their final sample copy of Winter Rabbit, which is, again, another game we backed on Kickstarter that we're really excited to come in. If you guys may have heard of that one, Winter Rabbit is a Cherokee-themed game where you are all animals trying to get the village prepped for winter before it comes. But it is semi-cooperative in that there are points for a winner at the end as well. If you don't get the village prepped enough, then, well, none of you guys are going to survive the winter, so it's cool. Plus, the Winter Rabbit is a trickster character in Cherokee lore that will kind of mess with things that are happening. Super great looking game. They have this really cool thing where they were funded well enough that they have all the cards written in English and all that, and the rule books in English, but you also have all of them written in Cherokee as well, like in the native language. It's super cool. As well as got to see some of their mock-ups for their upcoming game, Mirror Agents. Looks super sick. Obviously, I cannot forget Salamander Games, our good friends Josh over at Salamander Games. He was there, of course, with showing off his Hot Diggity Dog game, which he's been showing off for a while. As far as I've talked to him, it seems like he's finally gotten his situation sorted out, and that game's finally going to hit Kickstarter soon later this year. Cannot wait. Love that game. But I think more excited than that was a new little game he was showing off. Josh, I'm so sorry if I get the name wrong. It was like Fair Food Frenzy or something about State Food Fair. Your kids going around the midway at a state fair, carnival, grabbing food for Papa, for your pops is giving you some money, and they're like, hey, go buy me this list of food. And what's super awesome about this game is it's a deck builder, but he completely turned a deck builder on its head while somehow still keeping it super simple and accessible for like younger players. That was his goal. Where the deck building you're doing isn't making your deck better, it's making it worse. Your deck is actually the best it's ever going to be at the very start of the game. And then as you buy more and more food, your deck is now clogged up with these food cards, which you need for points. They're the whole end point of the game is to buy the food. You need the food for points. But it makes it harder for you to juggle holding all this food and the toy you wouldn't leave in the car because you're a kid who, of course, has to bring their toy with them that they got as a little game, and somehow find your money to pay for more food. It's absolutely genius. I absolutely loved it. Cannot wait for him to get done. Josh, I mean it, man. I'm not just building you up here. I really like that game. Can't wait to see it. Oh, and his neighbor kind of down from us was, I think, Erie Games. They made this tabletop RPG, which I'm not really a thing of, but what I thought was really nifty in that one was that you use tarot cards. I don't think you use dice or anything. I think it's a whole RPG that you use tarot cards for, which was just cool and nifty. Even though I'm not someone who plays that a lot of stuff, that's a cool thing. And there were so many more other guys there that I can't remember the names of them all. I didn't get a chance to really visit with them and all that. I know Spray Can Games was someone who's catty corner us that had this sort of Mad Libs-esque fantasy adventure game called like Woven that a lot of people seem to really like. Strongbox Games or Stronghold Games. Man, I'm so sorry if I'm messing up some of your stuff. They are the makers of Mantle of the Keeper. We bought that game last year. Cool game. It was great to get to see them again and all that. Battle of the Galaxy Masters. Man, I should have really done my homework before starting this video. Got to see him again. He was back. It was really cool. We had our demo room as always, where we had lots of people bringing in games we were working on. We personally were demoing Grabby Goblins in there, looking for feedback. Got some really awesome feedback there. People are always really excited for that area. What we do is basically people come in and they can play any of the games in like the indie zone or in the demo zone, and anytime they play those games, they can go to this table and fill out a little anonymous feedback form, and if they do, they get entered into a raffle to win some free games. So, hey, play some games, maybe win some games. It's always a big hit, and this year was no exception. One new thing for our booth was also that we were doing 3 and 4 player rules for Rondel. Again, Rondel's kind of our big seller right now. And last year when we had it, it was just the standard game with two players. But now, if you buy the game, it comes with these special chips that have some special rules that kind of mix up the game a little bit, which I really like. And if you buy 2 sets, 2 different colored sets, you can combine them together and play 3 and 4 player games. This was the first year my daughter ended up joining us. That was really cool. I think just last year was the first time we had someone come with us in general. We had some friends come back in the past, but lately, besides me and Mel, our friend Ian has started to come and help us out. And this year, since Mel couldn't be there on Friday, we were like going to bring Audrina along, my daughter, to help us out at least on Friday. But she ended up liking it so much that she wanted to stay the whole weekend. So we had to find some plans around for the little animals and pets at home. But we figured something out, and she got to stay the whole weekend, and she seemed to really like it. So I'm sure now we'll have a 4th person coming along with us to all these cons, and that's super cool. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it was just a super awesome time. Of course, we sold some stuff at the flea market. I bought some stuff as well. I already showed you the Caveman Rubble that my friend bought. Ian also purchased this one from Joe's Games, who's down there. He actually did these cool, like, choose your own adventure kind of book fighting things that I should do a video on at some point. But he bought this one from him. Jibber Jabble was also some guys over there. I didn't get to talk to them that much, but we have gotten to play this game since Ian bought it, and it's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I will definitely be doing a video on this one. Flea market, I went and spent some money on Lost Cities and Pandemic Contagion and Ice School. We've already played this one, and that's been a big hit with the family. I'm really excited to get to play Cult Express when I can. And then our free game we got to pick up was Winter Queen. This one looks okay. But hey, thanks for listening to me ramble for almost 10 minutes now. We had a really great time. If you guys haven't been to a TokenCon, I hope you'll come next year. I want to see you guys there because we will definitely be there. See you guys next time. Next week, normal video.